Hey guys, in this video, we're going to have a look at mixing better backing vocals. Sometimes overlooked, but your backing vocals can be processed pretty interestingly if you want to add some creative edge to your vocal mix. It's not always just a matter of copy pasting your settings from your lead vocal and calling it a day. We can actually get pretty creative with this. So have a quick listen to this chorus and then I'll break down the processing used on the backing vocals to add a little bit of excitement to this vocal mix.
Burn it down, down, burn it all down till there's nothing but coal and smoke. Fueled by gasoline and some memories of a girl I used to know.
Let's check out the vocal mix soloed.
Burn it down, down, burn it all down till there's nothing but coal and smoke.
So you can hear there's a fair bit of saturation going on the backing vocals. The lead vocal itself is actually pretty clean, but the backing vocals are pretty gritty. So let's have a listen to just these backing vocals.
Burn it down, down, burn it all down till there's nothing but coal and smoke.
So there's a fair bit of saturation going on there, and that's adding a nice bit of sizzle and excitement to our vocal, but we've still got a nice clean lead vocal that's cutting through the mix. So let's have a look at how these have been processed from the top down. So the first thing we're going to do on our backing vocals is add a de-esser. So I've got the Iosis E2 de-esser, and we're doing about 9 dBs of gain reduction and just making sure the amount is pretty high so that when it compresses, it ducks down these S's and T's pretty hard. Wet signal 100%, so we're just getting that full de-esser signal. Because on our backing vocals, we don't need the S's and T's. It doesn't matter if these get a little lispy sounding. So just crush those S's and T's so that when all the vocals are played together, the sibilance doesn't get too bad.
Burn it down, down, burn it all down till there's nothing but coal and smoke.
And it's worth pointing out that all of these vocals have been double tracked and we're just hard panning them for a nice, really wide vocal mix. So any setting that I've used on one side, I've just cut and pasted over to the other. Rather than doing this on a bus, we're doing it individually just so that like the de-essers react only to individual voices and the compression on the vocal reacts only to that voice. Whereas if you did it on a bus, kind of be a little bit messy and the compressor would be trying to react to both signals, where we still want to process these mono signals and then just pan them out left and right. Next thing we're going to do is add a EQ. So I'm just using the stock Logic one here, and we're just cutting away some mids around 730 Hertz and just some little bit of low end build up around 218 Hertz. So a 2 dB cut here and a 3.4 dB cut here. And that's about it. I've just boosted the signal 1 dB, so it looks like I've done a high shelf, but it's actually just an overall boost of the signal just because we lost a little bit of level with some of these cuts. And that sounds like this.
Burn it down, down, burn it all down till there's nothing but coal and smoke. Fueled by gasoline and some memory.
So it just makes the vocal a little bit crisper, and these kind of places where I'm cutting are kind of typical points where when you're stacking lots of vocals, it builds up and gets a little bit muddy sounding. So we're kind of avoiding that situation from happening by doing these little cuts. Now the next thing we're going to do is compress our vocal so it's nice and consistent. So we've just got the U8E 1176 Rev E and fairly fast attack, fairly fast release, just a 4:1 ratio and something like this.
Burn it down, down, burn it all down till there's nothing but coal and smoke. Fueled by gasoline and some memories of a girl I used to know.
Keeping it consistent, and that's what we want with our harmonies. We don't want them kind of just like ducking in and out. We're keeping that vocal level. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment below. All of these things help with getting this video seen and helping out with that YouTube algorithm. Now, this is where the magic's happening on this backing vocal. We've just got Decapitator. So going pretty hard here on the drive, just a little bit after 5, and got the punish on. The punish is like adding some serious dirt to this. And then after that, just using the A style. The A style is kind of a little bit brighter, so I wanted that crispy top end. Just rolled out a little bit of low end, so just pretty much at like 12 o'clock here. And everything else is pretty much as it is with the mix knob at about 50%. So have a listen to this, and I'll push this up to 100% so you can hear how crazy it is and then how it sounds when we dial it back. I'll just do it on one vocal because I can't process these both at the same time for you to hear this.
Burn it down, down, burn it all down till there's nothing but coal and smoke. Fueled by gasoline, it's the memories of a girl I used to know.
And then hear it in stereo with both of our vocals together.
Burn it down, down, burn it all down till there's nothing but coal and smoke. Fueled by gasoline, it's the memories of a girl I used to know.
So really adding some nice grit to these vocals. Really like how that sounds. So the next thing I added was the RC retro color. I was playing around with the drive on this, but I just couldn't get it to have quite the sound that I liked from the Decapitator. So this does have a cool distortion section in it, but I ended up going with the Decapitator instead. But I did like the reverb that I was adding on this. So a little bit of reverb on the channel.
Burn it down, down, burn it all down till there's nothing but coal and smoke. Fueled by gasoline, it's the memories of a girl I used to know.
There is already a little bit of reverb because this is running through the vocal bus, but I just wanted to give the backing vocals a little bit of a bigger sense of space. Now, the last thing on our harmony track here in particular is Pro MB. So I'm just doing some multiband compression, basically kind of like crushing the mids a little bit, just getting the mid-range under control, because that's kind of where some like build-up happens, and between the harmonies and the lead vocal, that's where it can get a little bit too much in your mixing, start trying to cut things down. So you'll see like the mid band is going to be working pretty hard, and the low band and the high band are just kind of moving when anything really drastic jumps out. On our high band, we've done like a 1 dB boost as well, just to like add a little bit of extra air to the track.
Down, down, burn it all down till there's nothing but coal and smoke. Fueled by gasoline, it's the memories of a girl I used to know. You're running around.
So it makes it pretty zingy, but you'll hear when the whole track's going again that it actually just helps it tuck it in a little bit nicer. Okay, let's have a listen to our vocal mix and we'll bypass our settings off and on again.
Burn it down, down, burn it all down till there's nothing but coal and smoke. Fueled by gasoline, it's the memories of a girl I used to know.
It's definitely adding some character to this track, especially because the track has a little bit of like a dirty vibe about it. And that is a bit of a more creative way that you can process your backing vocals if you want to add some extra excitement rather than just cut and pasting your lead vocal settings, which, you know, sometimes there's nothing wrong with that, but the creativity ends with us. So as long as we can keep pushing the boundaries and trying to make things creative and exciting, we'll always find new and fun ways to spruce up our tracks. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you can keep up with all these videos. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you stick around for the next one where I'm going to show you how I like to mix pop vocals. See you guys in the next one.